So he was like, "What's your name?" I forgot the girl, whatever she said her name is. She was like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Pablo." When he said Pablo, I swear to God, I couldn't even hold myself. I'm like, you telling girls your name is Pablo? Like, this nigga named Khalif. How he get the Pablo? Like,
that's a big jump in letters.
Yo, for real. Like, bro.
Knocking my girl. Like, welcome to 2 more than 98.
When we talk about anything and everybody with no judgment, with different lenses.
About what should and can be done and said.
I'm your host, Fly Rye.
I'm your host, Ajax.
And we have 2 guests with us.
Yes,
to my left, we got Swazi. Swazi, say what's up.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
To my right, we got the lovely Chaz.
Hi.
Hey.
So, today's gonna be a good one. Sorry that we ain't see y'all in a minute, but you know, that was on a certain person with a mohawk. I'm not even gonna say what it is. Like, nah,
Dragon. The dragon. Okay.
The dragon. Nah,
I think I might keep that shit. Hold on.
The dragon, for real. Dragon. You gotta say with the accent.
Dragon. I like it. But seriously, you know, a lot of things been happening in the country. You know, protesting and violence and whatever. But we try to stay away from that. Try and keep positive. We all got responsibilities. Things are happening. We gotta stay focused and not fall into what could drive us to go insane.
100%.
So, with that being said, hopefully, we can have a good talk about, what's happening, what we could do about it, and hopefully bring a small piece of change or whatever. We were discussing something earlier. You had a question.
Oh, my question was, I often think about my sons, my brothers, my dad, my uncles, my cousins. So I always wondered what it feels like to be a black man in America.
Now, that is a great question, especially with what's happening today. Right? I don't want to just leave it at black men though. We have black women that are going through the same issues, but it's more black men that is
right. But I know what I feel like as a black woman every day.
You want to know what it's like on our behalf.
Right. Because it may not be like you guys when you're driving or when I'm driving. It could be a total when you get stopped by the police. It could be a total
and the
interaction.
The dynamic is a tad bit different.
Right.
Based
I'm black, but
based upon the system.
Of
obviously,
course.
right?
Yeah.
They got it. We live in a world. Kill the male, spare the female.
Right.
So yes, our women go through. They have their own
struggles
trials and tribulations that they go through, and we have our trials and tribulations uniquely, directly to black men in general.
Even though these days it doesn't seem like they're sparing the women, but
100%. But even then, systematically, it's still different, right? So, for instance, a 13-year-old boy and a 13-year-old female are in 2 different places, right? So in school, we could just take the education since we talking about system. In school, a 13-year-old little girl don't mind reading Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
But a 13-year-old boy don't want to read about Romeo and Juliet.
That romance.
He want to read about sports and cars and things that interested him. Like he's a boy. He don't want. He not into love.
Right.
Little girls, especially if they. Depending on their development, their maturity, they might start at their menstrual cycle. That makes a female change. That makes their
hormones
their hormone rage. They like, as I remember, I heard you say that you didn't feel like a kid anymore, right? Like
we were just talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, like your innocence felt lost.
I got my menstrual early, so it was very difficult for me because I was very, very young.
What's early?
11.
Wow. Okay.
So my body developed quickly, but I'm still mentally a child.
Right.
So I was getting attention from men, but I didn't know how to. I'm like, okay, I'm still a kid. Like I don't know how to.
Getting attention from men at 11. That's just.
But she was looking.
I looked like I was 16.
Oh.
At the time, when I was that age.
Okay.
So then now,
so
if
you walking
you're
down
11,
the corner store, somebody stopping and pulling over. Hey, what up? You like? I'm 11. I'm 12. How do you
Because it ain't like 18-year-olds don't push up on 16-year-olds or 17-year-olds. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So, and then even a 16-year-old boy pushing up on an 11-year-old girl that looking 16 years old. So even that is still unwanted attention,
It
right?
messed with me. It did.
And so it's a different type of mentality, right? So then now, what, like I said, now a 13-year-old or 11-year-old boy, they don't want to read about that. They in a different type of mind state. You know how it is. We've been 13, 11 years old.
And depending on how you raise women.
I was just about to say that too.
I know for me, my parents are still married, for 30 years. So I'm thinking I'm supposed to get swept away by my husband, and he's going to take me away, and we're going to live happily ever after.
Right. That's right.
You know,
but that's not everybody's
That's
story.
not the reality of things all the time.
Right.
So I was about to say, so now with the system itself, then we look at how they target. Well, we look at a dynamic of black women graduating from college at a high rate, or even going to college at a high rate. Talking about ratio, black boys don't want to go to college. We're not progressing at a high rate. Why? Because our attention span is different. We being taught, different in the whole 9 yards. Something that doesn't pique our interest, where it piques our sisters or interest, but it doesn't pique our interest.
But what's also different too is that depending on where you go to school, the education given to black boys are not the same.
100%.
They are mentally shutting you down so that you don't progress
100%
further than this school.
That's right.
Wherever you at. So by the time you get to that stage of where you should be thinking about what college you want to go to, if you make it that far,
that's right.
Right? You're not thinking about that because you thought about what they've been feeding you is that you're a failure. No matter what you do, 100%. You're not going to make it because this world's not for you. It doesn't matter.
In fact, they said that they make prisons based upon third grader test scores.
Yeah.
Right.
Third graders. So by the time you're in the third grade, they already projecting where you're going to be.
You're going to land.
Where you're going to land at. So they make prisons off of elementary test scores. Which is so
they're breeding the stock basically
100%.
To fulfill the business later on.
Or the 100%. So now that process, right? It's crazy. Now that's just one part of the system.
But let me say this real quick. That whole process, without you even noticing, it builds this type of inferiority inside of you.
100%.
Right? Subconsciously, you don't feel like you're adequate enough as a man to progress to do something that other men were able or had the chance to do based on where they came from or connections or whatever.
At what age do you realize that though?
That's the thing though. You don't realize that.
We got grown men
that still don't
realize it. So that's why not to judge anybody. Because at the end of the day, a man's gonna do what he has to do. But
he feels that he has to do.
Or he feels that he has to do. So that's why some of them end up being the hustler. Some of them being the gangster. Some of them being the...
They trying to get in where they
He's
fit
the
in.
shooter. He's
trying to get in where he fit in.
Right. So in his mentality, with everything that's being pushed on him, the miseducation from school, then you got, I don't want to say music has... too much influence, but it has a part to do it because what happens is that
50 Cent had his wild.
No, but check this out. But check this out though. You got the labels who are also
to a certain extent.
Who are also
no. He had his wild.
No, I'm saying to a certain extent, meaning that yes, music has an influence, but the reason why it has an influence because of parental guidance amongst that child.
No. I get what he's saying, but hold on. Let me finish. I get what you're saying. Yes, parental guidance does have something to do with it. But when it's constantly being flashed in front of you, parental guidance has shit compared to what you're being taught on a daily basis. Especially when it comes down to shows, commercials, the music, the movies, right? So
even the games at this point.
I was about to say, not to cut your wisdom, but I was about to say, I take my cousin Knight, for instance. When he couldn't watch BET. BET was blocked.
I wasn't allowed to watch any of that either.
I'm talking about it was blocked though.
So he could
when I used to go to my aunt house, me and my cousin on son used to be like, man, we used to crack on them, right? They did everything that they thought that they could to shelter him from hip hop music, the rap music at the time, the whole 9 yards, right? That still didn't stop him from doing things. He was still getting to the music.
Right.
The music really fled. He might not admit this at this point in time of his life now until later on, but music did affect the way how he is today. And I know that one, we don't like to make it seem like we're not influenced by anything, like because you less of a human being. No, we all are influenced by something. Your friends, when your parents say
but the influences that we're also getting though, right, plays a major part as to how we behave as black men. Because understand this, right? Let's just take the looters for example. We talked about this a little bit last time. You have the protesters, you have the rioters, then you have the looters. The looters are the people that are at their bottom, right? That's been flashed with everything that's been great and excellent out of their reach. Now at this point, that window's broken. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going for it because this is my only opportunity to get that. So when you've been bred to only believe that your only opportunity is when that window is broken,
that's your chance.
That's your chance. Like they're gonna take it.
But I don't really think. I mean, of course you say looters, but I just want to make sure the narrative is not black people are looting.
No. I'm not saying just
majority
black
of looting, because the majority of looting is coming from white people.
Of course.
And the media is trying to make a narrative that black people are the
I
one
absolutely
looting.
agree.
It's not the case. It's
and I didn't mean to say it that way.
No,
but what I'm also saying is that
he see opportunity.
They see an opportunity.
Yeah.
When the music video is being flashed in front of them, they see the jewelry, they see the cars, they see the women. They want that, and they can't attain it, and they don't feel like they can attain that because from a long time it's been fed to them that you ain't shit, and this world ain't for you.
But how can? Where's that aspect in a child's life to make sure that the world's telling you that you're not shit. Everybody's telling you that you have to get cars, girls, money to be able to fill some type of
void,
happiness or void within yourself. Where is the aspect in that child's life that you can say that that can put a child in the correct path to tell them that no, that's wrong, and this is the right answer that you should be going to.
Again, you mentioned parental guidance earlier, right? Parental guidance does play a part, even though you can have that as a distraction. But if your parental guidance is not as strong as it should be, you might as well just keep watching TVs and music all day.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because one has to balance with the other.
Yeah.
If there is no balance, then it's either one or the other.
Can I say something? I want to bring this all the way back. The question was, what is it like to be a black man?
It's gonna come down to
in
that.
America, right? The best way for me to describe that from my answer as a woman. Imagine it's okay. We're taught that it's okay for, like, when we see a woman cry, it's okay for her to cry. She can let it out, right? Frustration. Just let it out.
I can see that.
That's
point.
okay.
That's a good point.
Right? Imagine they told you that you don't supposed to cry.
Shut up. Stop crying.
Just don't cry.
Be a man.
Be a woman. Now we're gonna use that.
Okay.
The things that makes you a woman, or things that make you human. You can't. Because it ain't got nothing to do with gender.
Male or female, right?
Right. You get to talk to people.
Right.
It's okay for you to go to. A woman could go to counseling and seek help, but imagine they told you don't do that. They don't know what they talking about.
That makes you soft, or that makes you weak.
soft. It makes you weak as a human being.
That right there builds suppression, aggression,
depression,
and depression.
100%, and frustration, and it leads to suicidal thoughts. Imagine also, right? If you being told if you ain't got no money,
You ain't shit.
You ain't nothing, and you can't get that girl that you want.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't get the girl
Can't
that
get
you
anything.
want. And in order for you to get the girl that you want, you have to have money. So you can't show her your true self. You can't actually. So imagine on your end, you can't use your mind to get a man, or use your mind to respect a man. Talk to a man to respect you. Like you looking for respect from a man
Because they made y'all feel like everything is for sale.
Because everything is for sale. Unless you have this, everything is for sale for you. So at the end of the day, it's like the chase. Like he has to oppress you. He has to follow what society says, or you have to follow what society says in order for you to get what you want, right? Also,
wow.
Listen, peep game. All your interests that you want, you have to put that on hold for someone else, rather it's your woman, rather it's your children, rather it's your parents,
your family, your friends.
When you was a child, you was a boy, you had to share. You couldn't be, when I say share, I'm not talking about being selfish. I'm saying that you can never think about what
yourself.
makes you happy ever.
Why?
Because then you become a selfish person to the world. The world said that you're selfish.
When at the moment you do or are able to have something for yourself, life turns it in a way where now you have to provide.
100%.
So you never get that time
to yourself.
So to yourself, you can never. I'm sorry. I'm just painting a picture.
No, it makes sense.
Right?
It makes sense.
Just painting a picture that if you're not as a man, and it's crazy.
If you're not a man's man,
I'm about to say I should say, you don't. The system now. Here you. If you didn't have no money.
Okay.
A woman could go to the system. They can get.
We talked about this yesterday.
Right. Could get.
There's help.
Yeah. There's
resources.
no father in me on group homes.
In order for them to give a woman the resources, she can't have a man in the house.
Right. So she can't have a man, but the man can't. There's no. I'm going to go. I got a child, and then we go
charities.
There's none of that. There's no. So the system don't help you. When you have a woman, she always talking down on you because she's not happy because the world taught her not to respect you. A black man, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about white men, but black men. The world taught her not to respect you. You have.
I don't agree with that though.
Well,
I don't agree with that.
Well,
it's a subconscious
I'm about to say,
message.
listen, when you watch, I'm about to show you. When you watch TV, right? When you watch TV, the black man is always losing. That's what they show us, right? So we talking about subliminal messages that's being passed on all of our lives. When you watch movies, the black man is losing. When you look,
he dies first.
Listen, the black woman get higher. First of all, corporate points. I don't know if you know about this. they need 2 points. I'm worth 1 point. You worth 2 points because you're black, a minority, and you're a woman.
Yep.
I'm just worth 1 point.
I work in HR. You know I know.
Right. So I'm just worth 1 point. So you'll get higher faster than I would get higher. So just imagine.
But I'm not gonna make the same amount of money that you would make. But that's a whole different conversation.
That's when they finally do take us.
I was about to say that is true, right? But you also get help from the system that I can't. So it balances out.
Okay.
So now peep game. But imagine if the roles was reversed. There's not enough jobs for you, or you're the last one hired. And like if our roles flipped, so I was worth 2 points, and you was worth 1 point, and then now you'll see like, damn, and you could be way qualified than me, way qualified, but I'm just worth 2 points. They're gonna hire me first.
So, with all of that,
and I'm sorry. I'm drawing, and it's remorse over drawing.
Right? You're definitely fighting for my respect, and I got.
Yeah, listen, right, right. So then you was told, happy wife, happy life,
right?
right? Now, you on the other end, you're told you need to sacrifice your life to make this man happy, and it's only if the husband ain't happy
based on what he's provided,
based upon what you're 100%, right? So it's you always got to think about with me, or you always have to think about the opposite person. Never think about yourself, right? So as a man,
that's marriage, though.
But listen.
It might be marriage, but when in a black marriage and how you everything that's been coming down on you, you don't realize the little things that happens in black families that either make them stay together
because white women
separate.
Because white women do it differently.
Okay.
Right, and white women, and which is why dudes, when you want to know, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree. First of all, let's be clear. I don't agree with that. Run and go get a white woman. I don't agree with that.
What's wrong with that?
That's another topic, right? Interracial marriages.
Okay. So you don't agree with
interracial marriages?
Okay.
I don't at all.
Wow.
100%.
That's another topic.
That's another topic. But let me just say this though. But what you see these black men running to go get white women, but the white women allow the man to do
whatever they want.
Not hell.
No, I ain't
that's a facade.
I don't know what you're going
It's
with
not
that.
whatever they want, but they allow them to have time to their self. So in other words,
have you ever been in an interrelation marriage? I mean, relationship?
No, I'm just around it all the time.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is this. No, I love myself. My mom taught me something totally different. So at the end of the day, I don't cop out to that. And one time I was on what's the name? I love my race. I love black women. There's not that I'm not putting down no other woman. I'm not putting down no other woman, but there's no woman
like
on
a
this
black
planet
woman.
like a black woman.
But what if you still love your race, but at the same time,
I don't. That's you sound.
Wait, I want to hear what he said. I want to hear what you guys say. I want to hear what you guys say.
That's a different topic.
No, that's a different topic.
And that's okay. That's okay.
Can he finish his sentence though? What was you gonna say?
Go ahead. Fuck it.
Pablo, come on.
Pablo.
come on.
Pablo, honey.
They treating the light skin dirty. Wow. Nah, but I was gonna say, like, what if, like, you still love your race, but it just so happened, like, the woman that
you
catches
love.
your eye. No, but not even that. You're just more compatible with somebody, not for, like, she's a white woman, but she just so happened to have your same. No, like, you guys both have the same personality.
Same
compatible, same interest.
But she just happens to be a white woman.
She just happens to be a white woman. What is the
That's fine, and that's great. Because you know what?
So, hold on.
At the end of the day, we're human beings. All right?
Yeah.
We're human beings.
That's your fault,
if that, huh?
That's your fault though.
Wait, no.
Whoa.
Wait.
That's
not a fault. Okay,
let's
go ahead.
take these easy.
You shouldn't put yourself in this.
If it just so happens
let's
that
talk.
this person is green, white, purple, whatever.
alien, doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter, but that's who is compatible to you, right? Then that's who you go with. Now, why?
Let me say this. I'm all with what's going on in nature. Lions doesn't sleep with tigers. See, everybody.
Yeah, they do. We have ligers.
Listen.
we have ligers. So pick a better point.
Lions stick with lions. Tigers stick with tigers. Even birds families. Parrots still stays with the parrots.
Dogs,
right?
Dogs.
Listen. No,
Okay, so what's your point?
No, we mixed breed dogs.
They don't naturally
Wild
do it.
dogs
Okay.
don't mix.
Okay.
Wild dogs don't mate with hyenas. They both canines.
Yeah, but I'm sure if the dog was in the wild and smelled the hyena was in heat, he was like, you know what?
No,
I mean, it's not like that.
I never had a hyena before.
But today I am.
Yeah, y'all funny. First of all, when I say wild dogs, I'm not talking
The hyena,
I'm talking about wild dogs that's in the wild.
No, I got you.
Right?
I got you.
That's what they call, because we around domestic dogs.
But we don't know that.
But listen, no, put like this. Well, I'm telling you, I do know it.
I mean, just like they say, wild dogs don't bark.
Listen, I'm telling you, I know that. You said that you don't know. Listen.
So they're on the Discovery Channel.
Listen, now, mind you, what only thing I'm saying is they stick with their own. In other words, right?
Okay.
Alligators stick with their own.
Okay, we got the animal point.
Right.
Get to the.
So that's nature. That's natural. Straight natural. it gets underneath my skin when I see a black man walking with a white woman.
It doesn't bother me.
It bothers me a little bit.
Listen,
I'm gonna say something. It doesn't bother me because, like, at the end of the day, my spectrum is wide. I've been with a slew, okay. But what I'm saying is this:
we all have.
But what I'm saying is, what bothers me is this: you can't be with a white woman and try and tell me some black power shit.
This is my point that I'm trying to make. I'm getting here.
Like,
I don't trust you.
But I've been with different types of women, so do you feel like you can't be your truest black self with a woman that's
No, they
not
would
black?
never. No. White women never could understand me.
So I'm saying, can you
Listen,
can
I
you
live
not
in
be a
Kenilworth.
truest
Can you
black
be
self?
your true self with a white woman?
No,
you cannot.
So then, what's the point?
So you can't,
No.
You can use her privilege. So I'm saying,
No, you just want to use.
He might get his point. He might get his point.
You just want to use them.
Say it.
it doesn't matter how you use them. It still is your wife.
I'm
So
now
now
you're
using
resources.
resources.
I'm not
saying using resources.
Agenda.
He
I'm
talks
saying
about
using resources.
If you're talking about using,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
women,
that.
period. If it like it doesn't matter what race. If you're talking about using women,
not.
No, I'm not using
we're
women at all, but I'm using their resources. I'm saying that
You're using the
women.
woman.
Listen, bro, you can listen. That's good. I'm not no chick, so you ain't got to run game.
No, I'm not saying
Let him make his point. Let me make his point.
You're not messing with a woman that's a bum anyway. So any type of like you're not messing with no bum anyway. So you could call it using her resource or whatever. You using somebody that has some type of power. If you want to marry that person, I believe that you should. Anyway, I'm saying that.
If you're not in a relationship for the right reasons, let that be something.
You're in a relationship because you're business partners.
Let that be something.
But you would hold on, wait. You would never. You would never ever. They would never allow you to be in a circle. That never was going to happen. You think that oh yeah, you know what? Her father's X, Y, and Z. I'm like, her father's X, Y, and Z. Just in the third. Bruh, you're not gonna be sitting at
by the time she looked at you, they're ready to
find out
don't find out if you're qualified to be. Go ahead, give an example.
Can I give you an example? Okay, and guys could respond to this, but okay, let's say Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
Bruh.
Okay? She has let go. I mean, like she used her influence and her power with the government, and she used that power to let go a lot of people that's been in prison 20, 25 years.
Okay. I want to see.
What's
your point?
No. Let me finish, guys. I want to see.
I'm saying that. Do you think she would do that if she wasn't with Kanye West, a black man?
These are my points. He's saying, listen, you restating my points. I know where you're going at. What I'm saying is this.
My point I'm trying to say is that I think that it doesn't matter. Just because you're dating a white woman doesn't mean that you don't care about your race or don't care about.
No, we never said that. I said, could you be your truest black self with the white woman?
And I'm saying that to me, I think that you can still be your truest black self if you use your truest black self and use your power and ability to get the person that you love that has that type of influence to use that to
better
uplift black people.
Your truest black self will never be with that white woman because she would be scared to be with your truest black self.
Listen, I want to say no. Wait, let me say this. No, there is. Hold on, wait.
I think a lot.
No. Wait. Stop. Let me say this. I want to reiterate this. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about the white women that grew up in the hood because they're in the same situation as us.
That's different.
We're talking about the white women that are considered so-called trophy wives. Mm-hmm. To be with a black person,
so a Kim Kardashian,
like a real black dude,
a Chloe.
Kim, first of all, Kim is not white.
She's white.
No, she's not.
She's Persian or something.
She's
right?
Armenian,
whatever.
Okay,
but she ain't black. Put it that way.
She's not white either.
What's her mom?
She's white. Her mom is white. Her dad is Armenian. So she white.
But listen, hold on.
She's part white.
Listen, let me say this.
Do we consider ourselves
part white?
Wait.
What is Obama? What is Obama? Is Obama part white or black? Is he black?
What do you consider himself? Okay. Why is he black? But his mom's white though.
But a cop saying he's what?
Black.
So Kim Kardashian is white.
They don't consider her white.
Hold on. Let me say this. I would love. Listen, I would love to. I ain't gonna lie to you. My nigga side is gonna say Kim Kardashian is not white. Let's just make that perfectly clear. But I have to listen. She's a white woman, right? Her father's Armenian, yes, and there are the original.
First of all, that olive skin and that black hair.
Listen, I promise you, Gene, I would love to say that she is not a white woman.
She's white,
listen,
man.
But let me say this now. From my knowledge, those people are from the hills. They call them the hills. of that part, and they are white people, right? But let me just say this, and what it is, they just mix with a few original people, the whole 9 yards, and all of that's cool. But let me just say this, Khalif, there are exceptions to the rules, right? Mm-hmm. Can you be your truest black self? First of all, that white woman could never understand you.
What it's like to be black.
She can
in a million
never.
years.
She could never understand you.
I agree.
Right? And at the end of the day, so why would you want to marry someone that can never truly understand you?
But see,
I'm not saying marry. I'm not married. I'm saying that marry somebody that's you. I'm saying that marry somebody from a business aspect.
You talking about?
If you can, I'm saying if as a black person,
that's an arranged marriage. That's not.
No, I'm not saying arranged marriage.
Because love is not looking.
I'm saying you have power. She has power. And
love is not looking at business aspect.
Yeah, no.
This is an arranged
I
marriage.
get what
Kim
you're trying to say,
Kardashian's
too.
kids black? You could say Kim Kardashian.
Of course, their kids is black.
Of course,
So
their kids is
that
black.
Kardashian money and that Kardashian money combined with that West money, those are
You
going
can
to
sound.
black kids.
Listen. You can sound. That sounds good. I got you. That sounds good. And yes, we all know if we just start mating with white women, they would be
Black kids.
Become black.
Yeah.
I understand that, but you weakening your race by doing that though. The minute that you mix and dilute from black, you're weakening that race. You're weakening your own race. You're weakening your lineage by that. Because now look what happens.
That's true.
Look, what if her children marry another white person?
Now they 3/4
following from her mom.
Now you
and they go by her
listen.
mom's. They go by her mom.
Listen,
her mom
she's
like
slow.
they
Okay, maybe they might marry another Persian or Arabian.
That's not true.
Whatever.
Look at
They're
Rob
still
Kardashian.
not
Look at Rob Kardashian. I mean, look at what's her name? Courtney. Courtney Kardashian.
She married a white guy.
She married a white guy, Scott Dixon, right? That was right.
They divorced.
But her children is white. Her children is white.
Yeah,
But what if Kim
yeah.
Kardashian, because they like, listen, my mom is white, I can marry another white person. No, I mean, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
You got that whole dynamic.
Yeah.
My only point is, and then not only that, do you know? Listen to some of these biracial children that speak. Do you know the hell that they black side of their family go through by dealing with their white side of the family? That's a whole nother dynamic.
The sacrifice
Why
you
would
gotta
you see?
Yeah, but that sacrifice sometimes is not even worth it because you're having a barbecue and you have this side and you have that side.
No, but
and it's like maybe one or two of them will socialize, and it's kind of like,
but those
you're not comfortable as a host yourself because that's not what you wanted.
Segregated.
You have a party that's segregated.
Yeah.
You're playing this music, this side sitting down. Like,
yeah, but that's to me, I think that's a little trivial.
Listen, I understand what you're trying to say about business. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that if somebody told me that me marrying somebody can give my people the resources that they wouldn't get if
you're still looking at a business aspect.
Yeah.
I understand.
But why
as black people, we should
are you looking at love as a business
listen,
aspect?
No, but
because I'm looking at it as
you're not looking at it as love. First of all,
because I'm not looking at it.
Listen, I don't agree with getting in everything with love either. But
but
I think love would develop. I think some things is a business decision.
No, I think
some people get married.
I think when you get married to somebody, you should not marry somebody that is the same as you. If I'm a good cook, my husband better be a damn good dishwasher, or he could wash clothes or something. We're yin and yang.
Because you bring a value.
Correct. Not value, but not business. I'm thinking about it from I'm building with you.
Yeah, but it's still kind of business because you're still saying that.
No, that's a business. You
still thinking business because you're saying that if I marry this person X, Y, and Z, I know we can do skill set wise. That's still thinking from business. You're still thinking from business aspect.
But you're saying it as in these resources. Like I'm not. If I marry a white man, okay, I'm going to be able to get a big house because he's white. He has good credit.
No, I'm not saying.
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can use his resources and you can give it back to your own people.
Let me ask you a question. So you believe in interracial marriages?
Do I believe in interracial?
So
I think you should marry whoever you want to marry. I wouldn't marry. Me personally, I wouldn't marry a white woman, but I believe that it's benefits amongst your people if you marry it.
No, it doesn't. Well, listen, no.
I could see where he's coming from.
You think Kim Kardashian would be in the White House advocating for black people to get out of jail for 25 years if she wasn't married to Kanye West? I don't think she would.
No. Wait, you mentioned that's the wrong examples because you talking about
somebody
else. I'm about to say.
I
Listen, I don't care about none of that. I don't look for The problem is
does she really care?
We keep complimenting.
She doesn't really care. That's my point. I'm saying that she's only doing that because she's married.
Listen,
Like,
I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to take her good deeds and say that she's only doing that because she's married to Kanye West. I'm not going to take good deeds from people.
Right.
Like I let whatever you do, that's what they do. If it's from the heart, I wouldn't know. I let Allah be judge.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. We're not. I'm not going to use. I don't want to continue on complimenting short-term
goals,
success, like temporarily success.
Okay.
You know, temporarily success is what we've been fighting for as a people, looking for temporarily. Like, you know, oh, we get the vote. That was temporarily success. Why? You was able to get the jobs. You was able to get with the affirmative action.
Short-term goals.
These are short-term goals. Now that we got you able to get the jobs the whole 9 yards. Now we're
making short-term goals where money falls.
Yeah, for real. So now
a Democrat for 100 years.
Listen, 100 years, right? So now look, peep game. Those are short-term success or temporarily success. I'm into long-term success or long-term accomplishments.
Me too. Yeah.
Right. You need to be with your own, especially like I have a daughter. I want my daughters to be looking up. I'm not marrying. Like right now, if I want to go marry a white woman off a business aspect, what that white woman gonna teach my daughters?
Now that's something totally different. That's interesting. He's right.
What is that? I don't even like seeing
He's right.
white
I have
celebrities
black sons. What is a white
adopting black little children.
I don't like that.
Do you see how that
I don't like that.
And then look what happens.
Yeah.
First of all, a lot of times they do that so these children could grow up when they need a kidney, they able to take the kidney from the children. See, you don't realize the depths of stuff that you don't even realize the depths of of their, you know.
Just like we seen Charlize Theron bringing her adopted black son as a girl, but that's a different topic.
Listen, but they got children dressing the little boy up, black boy as a girl. Like, bro, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, she's those people that's adopting black kids. They have no black old adult in that household.
I think it's a plan to fucking
I think that's just adopted.
Confuse the fuck out the kid to the point where he's depressed and he kills himself and the organs are all there for the taking. But anyway, that's a different topic. But listen, to close off the main question, your question. How does it feel to live in the state, in United States, in society as a black man? The amount of pressure that we are taken in subconsciously builds up every moment we step out the door. We don't know if this is our last day. You know, we're saying goodbyes and I love you every time we leave the house. We're driving, even if you know you're clean, your papers are clean, your car is clean, you have nothing negative. You see a cop car, for some reason you're snake eyeing the fucking rear view mirror
3-4 times.
Like, that's the amount of stress that you building up, right? When you do pass them, that's one thing. Now you get to work and it's kind of like, okay, am I being looked at as an asset or just a worker? It just keeps on.
And you can't even be yourself.
You gotta put on
the face.
So it doesn't matter if you're educated or not. Even if you're in the place where your own efforts brought you to. It's like you're constantly being looked down upon. And you'll have a person that is not as equal to you mentally, but their skin is different and they get the position that you should have been had. And when I say been, I'm talking about years, right? Then we gotta come home and I don't wanna say it that way, but our black women have been also taught differently in order for them to not respect us. So then we come home, it's another fight.
You talk to our black queens like that?
But it's the reality though.
Nah,
sarcastic.
But also, this also has to do with social economic status of our peoples too.
Yeah.
Okay? So now you come home and she's mad. You came home 1 minute late. Love should have brought you home. Like, she doesn't even know what you had to go through. You got pulled over. You begged for your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So things like that, the amount of pressure that a black man goes through is enough for him to make him jump out the fucking window like a white man would do when he loses his job.
And to add the wholesome accountability on ourselves, you know, we frustrated because we don't know our purpose. Most of us as men,
We lost our purpose.
but we don't know our purpose. We've been growing up. We like seeds. We like seeds. I heard the minister say we like seeds on a planet that hasn't been germinated. So you really real depressed because you're trying to figure out what is your purpose.
How do I grow from this?
What am I here to do in this life? And you don't know. That's frustration. And then now you got on top of all of the pressures that you've been talking about. So because you got all these other pressures, you can't even find out your true purpose because you can't focus on finding out your true purpose because you got everything else going on.
Surviving.
I mean, you got to focus on survival. You always in survival mode. You can never live. You understand what I'm saying? So
Listen.
One word I can say: you feel lonely. All your life, even being
here after this.
That's crazy. I feel like that should be in a rap. Like, I ain't even,
no, you just feel, and that's real talk.
Yeah.
You could be in a room full of people. What they say, room full of people, but you feel alone in there. You could be married 34. I'm cutting some older men who've been married for 60 years. Love their wife. Love their wife. Beautiful children growing up, the whole 9 yards.
But they don't know how to love themselves.
But don't even know how to love himself, and he still feel alone.
I get that.
it's crazy.
He still feel alone.
He's building happiness for everybody else.
Always, constantly.
But isn't that like a man?
I feel like women have to do that
Isn't that
too.
show a man
I
show?
feel like women have to do that too.
That's not a, that's
On a
a
whole
man
different level.
in this. No, that's
Don't
a
get
man.
into it.
But I'm not
in
going to
this
take it away because I did ask the question. But I feel like women have to do that too.
Listen.
Then you got to come back for the next segment.
That's another
We'll flip
segment.
it
Yeah,
over.
I'm about to say, and that's only a man in this world.
Yeah, because
That's only in this world.
A black man in this world.
in the white man's world.
Because I feel like
Because they ain't always been like that for us.
because I feel like I'm more happy when everybody else is happy around me than me
Yourself.
myself being
Me too,
exactly
me too.
happy. Like if you're happy
That's
around
different.
me,
You're talking about something totally
like
different.
I'm more happy than
And that's
me.
good, but at the end
But
of the
for
day,
your-
do you know for yourself if you're happy just being by yourself?
And the only reason why you feel that way is because you've been trained that way through slavery. You're making everybody else happy.
Everybody else massive happy.
And you hear it.
Master ain't get nothing to eat.
We sit when Master gets sick. We sit. You know what I mean? Buck Dess and the whole 9 yards. You can never. Truly be happy for someone else if you're not truly happy.
You
for
can't never
yourself.
love somebody.
You can't never
if you
properly
can't even
love
yourself.
someone else if you don't properly love yourself.
Yeah.
It starts with self.
Right.
It starts with self first. Self-preservation.
That's why I agree with Will Smith when he said, you know, it's
Will
not
Smith.
my job. What did I say? I said Will Smith, right?
Yeah, Will Smith.
Okay. It's not my job to make you happy. Like in the relationship, you should have been.
You should have
need
come
make it-
to me happy.
That's right.
or make yourself happy.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, I could try to make you happy, but you'll never be happy.
Right.
You need to be happy yourself.
So that's right.
And then my happiness comes together, and we are happy together.
That's right.
So-
100%.
so
It's hard work trying to make somebody happy or people happy.
It is.
It's hard and it's stressful. So we're gonna close this question with.
But speaking of Will Smith,
no,
We're gonna
no,
close
no,
this
no,
question.
no.
We're gonna close
We're not
this
doing it.
question
We're not doing it.
with.
We're not. You
asked a question.
No, listen.
Yeah,
No,
They actually
listen. No, listen.
I wanna know a question,
Listen, hold on.
like-
Let me just say this, and everybody know how I get down. I don't talk about other people's marriages.
We're not talking about
Listen,
that.
I don't talk about other people's marriages.
That has nothing to do with
That's
me.
their private life. You gotta respect them. And just because, and I don't do this for clicks. All right, we gonna get clicks because we keeping it real. But at the end of the day, we're not. I don't do this because it's X, Y, and Z. I know that's gonna be a popular subject. A lot of y'all blogs gonna jump on it, the whole 9 yards. But that's not how I move. That's between Will and Jada. That's their business.
We're talking about right now, so stop. So listen, so close this segment. As a black man, you gotta learn to live for self. be happy in order for you to make everybody else happy.
And find your purpose.
I agree.
That's right.
Woo!
I love black men. All my kings. I love my kings.
That's right.
All right.
He lit.
So I got this
I'm a
one
king.
question.
Pablo, you king?
All right, wait, listen. I got this question.
Oh God.
Here we go. Let me take a sip.
Should we all take a sip?
I took like 5 sips.
You sure did.
Does body count matter and why?
Does body count matter?
Does body count matter and why?
Nah, I think when you reach a certain age, I think body count does not matter. I think you have a mental. You can either have a mental or financial, or even somebody that keeps you sane is more important than a female having an actual body count. Me personally, like when I was younger and less immature, yes, I would worry about somebody else having the body count and or is she a hoe or not. But as long as you're faithful to me personally, I don't really care what you did before me.
So let me ask you a question. What would be the bottom line body count that made you say all what you just said?
Out the window.
Or out the window.
The only thing that be out the window is if you have any body count within my family cookout. If you come to my cookout and somebody comes to me and say, "Yo, you mess with such and such,"
But that's what body count is
then-
involved though.
Nah, body count could be, if it's a stranger. Nah, if you get body count is a stranger.
What if it was 25 men
25 men I don't know, I don't care. I really don't care.
that you don't know? But if it's one that you do know.
And when I do,
And it's not for business. This is wait. I just want to make sure. This is not for business.
Number.
That's good.
In this world, I'm
Yeah,
talking about in this world. Man, I know.
That's
listen,
good.
That's a good
I know
number.
Females, I'm saying in this world. See,
Okay.
yo, our generation is kind of a little messed up, man. They got listen. Let me tell you something. 25,
That's a lot.
bro.
You said that's a good number.
I was like,
And
what
I'm saying,
world are you in?
I'm saying,
A female's not gonna tell you she had 25 bodies.
Well, listen, let me tell you something.
might
She
have
got-
about
Well, so then
25.
the relationship is already
let me-
starting
listen.
off of no trust.
Listen.
I need to know.
But she
Listen.
might take it to the grave.
Why do you need to know?
Listen.
Why do you need to know? Why do you need to know?
As the tables turn.
Why do you need to know?
As the tables turn. Okay.
You said I need to know.
Since you want to get all high pitch and ask me, why do I need to know? Dragon. My thing is the body count. I want people to understand that it's not how many times you had sex. It's how many people you had sex with.
Okay.
All right. Hey, people go through experiences. You learn from 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5.
Okay.
Like,
College, they go through 10.
well, that's not everyone.
How about first of all, they get 25 in college. That's
That
my
is
point.
not true.
Bruh, listen.
That is so not true.
Bruh.
I was being generous with 10.
listen.
Like,
Hey, yo, listen. 20. Yo, let me tell you something. First of all, they got
Not true, guys.
most of the time. That's where they found they first train came from.
Yo, you bugging. That is, oh my gosh.
Yo, they first train
Excuse
came from
me,
that.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not
listen,
true.
No, listen. You're right. It's not for everybody. But we know. Listen. We not. Yo, listen. We know how college get. When they woke up, girl, I did my craziest time was in college.
No.
Yo, listen. Only thing I'm gonna say is body count. Listen, body count for me ain't gonna matter. All right, if you could be a reformed woman. All right, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter with me.
You could definitely.
Like,
I think it.
as long as I would never wife a chick that the homies hit. That's just it. Like if my homies hit it, like my circle, yeah.
Well, what if you know somebody that she has sex with?
That's different. I said just
So
because
let's just say
I know a lot of people.
let's just
so
say
I can't
That's
say-
what I'm saying.
But
since you
I-
guys
I-
want to
I-
keep it at a minimum of
That's
25.
still,
I just say 25. Let's do that.
No, I just said that she just do 25 up there, and I said, well, me no, like I know chicks gonna lie,
25?
bro.
It's a lie,
Let me
I know.
just say this to you,
Woo!
bro.
That's a whole neighborhood.
Listen, can we do the math? Can I ask you a question, Chesney?
Yeah.
Listen, we about to do something real quick.
By the time
Why you
somebody-
doing
Well,
that?
why-
I
why?
need
I wanna
somebody.
answer-
No,
okay,
I'm about to
so
ask her a
I-
question.
wait,
No,
I-
Wait. No.
So I'm a woman.
Why you do the math? Why you
No,
do the math?
I gotta ask her a question.
You better ask my number.
Listen, let me ask you a question. Every time, it's 7 days a week, right?
Okay.
When you go out, whether it's a store or whatever, how many times you get pushed up on?
In the 7 days,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 3 or 4.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's
some females say.
Yeah, I was say they say every time they go out they get pushed up.
No, that's over.
No, listen, no. I know females say every time they go out
they get pushed up. Yeah.
All right, so we just gonna do the math. You said
that means you don't go out much.
Listen, all right.
Yeah, that's good though.
She don't. All right,
that's
so
why.
Now this is so this is perfect. A woman that don't go out much.
Okay.
So 4 times a week.
Okay.
All right, 4 times.
What is he trying to?
Listen,
I'm not sure
4
what the
times.
math is.
Listen, 4 times 4, that's 16.
Okay.
Right? So you get pushed on 16 times a month, times 12. You get pushed up on 192 times a year.
All right.
Listen,
Out of 192
listen. Hold on, wait.
Where he going there? Where he going?
Out of 192 times, how many of the 192 men
Did I give a chance to?
gave your number to him?
Probably 30.
Is this a trick question? Because I can't really. Is it?
No,
is
I was
it
gonna say like
It's hypothetically?
like 15,
Hypothetically.
20.
Maybe
hypothetically out of the year?
Yeah.
No, not 30. Maybe
15.
Maybe 15.
We
Maybe 15. Maybe 15.
Okay. All right.
Out of the 15, how many of them crack?
This is a hard question for me.
Release the
Kraken!
Release the Kraken! Alright, hold on, wait, listen.
Okay.
Keep it above.
I don't know. Okay, out of the 15,
I
I would say 3.
Hold on, wait. So that's 3. Hold on, wait. Hold on, can I say something?
You make it
all right, hold on.
How old am I?
Listen, that's 3. Now, mind you,
3 times.
3 times
12.
10. That's 30 niggas in 10 years that you would smash. In 10 years. Again, 25 is a good goddamn number.
Yeah, but that's a 10-year span though. Doesn't matter.
No. You just said body count.
We were
We
just talking.
grown here.
We
Everybody
talking about
everybody
college.
over 30.
You said 25 in college.
Listen, we talking about a girl that doesn't go out. This is a number about women that don't go out.
Girls that go to
Bruh, thank you. See now 25 more realistic.
Let me go back.
25 is more realistic now. 25 sounds more realistic now. This is the point that I'm trying to, bro. Listen, women talk to me a lot, bro. And some of them keep it like people tell me like they keep it a buck. I be from here like you ain't telling me nothing that I don't already know because there's enough of y'all that been telling me 25.
I won't even ask.
Now 20. Let me tell you, 25 hurts me.
That's a lot.
In my mind, 25 hurts me. That of course is a lot in my mind.
It makes your chest tight.
But guess what? I've learned to just listen. This is the world that I live in. This is reality. Like
so on
I
a
like
deeper
I like
level.
to pretend like her body
bro,
count might
that's
be other
30.
too.
Listen,
Wait, what? You like to what?
I like to pretend in my mind like her body count like she don't, like I'm the only nigga that she mess with. Like I don't like the cause if she tell me like it's 25.
You are disconnected,
yo. Listen,
like
but
He be in love.
Hey yo, but this is the point that I'm though, bro.
Ching jackpot.
Listen, and you thought I was wilding with the 25.
What you think now?
I still don't care. What I'm saying is, I want my body count to be, hopefully.
So what if your number is the same as your woman's?
No.
Is that fair?
No.
No double standards. No double standards. Is it fair?
You have to understand something.
Is it fair?
You have to understand something.
Nah, it's
When we listen, I don't want to. I
have my own opinion about it. I just want to know.
That's a fact.
No, I'm gonna let you talk.
I'm
gonna let you talk, and I'm gonna let you be truthful about your shit. All right, but I'm gonna say something. What did he say?
He said, "If her body count is like mine, you're not getting wife."
That's a double standard, though.
It's not double standard.
There's that many people, and we're supposed to be okay with it.
I mean, number one, I use condoms. Number two,
okay.
Number
for the most part.
For the most part. Not everybody. No, but I'm saying that. I gotta keep 100. No, but I'm saying that the reason why I'm saying reason why it's a different standard is because first of all, it's different standards in the word period. Number two,
I mean, biologically,
when y'all have sex, y'all emotionally invested in it. When men
you can't
have
speak
sex,
for every woman.
Most
you
women.
can't speak for every woman though, because there's some women that operate like a dude. Like I don't care. I just want to shoot my rocks off. I don't care.
No, but by nature, women are more emotional and have more.
Don't say that. That's not true.
I would like to say yes and agree with you.
It's not always true, but most.
I know some emotional ass niggas, so it's like that.
He's a subject to the rule.
I don't know what that means.
It's like nah.
Oh, I'm emotional.
I'm just playing. I
let me say this. I am emotional. But I don't.
Wait, as a black man, you told me that you guys
I am emotional, but I don't make decisions off
Okay,
the emotions.
fair.
That's a big difference.
And y'all just told me
I
that
do
it should
express
be
my
okay for a
emo-
black
listen,
man to cry
I do
and be
express-
emotional.
listen,
You 100% right.
I do express my emotions.
When he get emotionally every girl he have sex with, he get emotionally attached. He tell me all the time. But I'm
Oh
saying,
shit. Damn, I ain't know that.
nah, I'm just
That was a shot.
Wow.
First of all, if you believe that shit,
First
if
of all,
if
you
believe
see
that
how he
shit-
looking at the
listen,
camera. He's like, yo,
listen,
he's looking at, he's looking from the brow line.
fuck out of here.
No, from my perspective,
you start playing drink and everything. I'm
I
like,
agree
man,
with
what's
you.
going
I
on?
agree
Like,
with,
what
I
we
agree
doing?
with all
Like,
you guys.
like,
It definitely
nah,
is. It definitely is a double standard.
It should be a double standard.
Women's numbers
do play drink a
should
lot.
not be the same as men's, and I think that because biologically we are receivers. You guys are givers. We are receivers.
Right.
So whatever y'all giving us, we're taking it in. It's in.
Yeah,
So
really
we got to
detailed.
sit with that differently. We sit with it differently. So if you having sex with 25 women and I'm having sex with 25 men, I got 25 different men in me.
Good.
You just told me the other day you want to do a cleanse because you got negative energy. We keep that with us. Y'all walk away and that's it. But we got it in us internally.
Nah, I
No,
ain't
That's how I feel.
No, we both do though. Men.
I'm just saying, it's
we both
different
do.
biologically.
No,
we both take
Yes.
I'm about to say.
Yes, but no.
That's why you could do a cleanse.
Yes, but no.
You gotta really.
That's
you
why.
gotta-
That's
you
why
gotta
women are
decompress
the
and
carriers
detox.
of the seeds and the babies because we keep it. Y'all give it to us.
It's not
no,
the same
no.
thing as far as
different.
cleansing your spirit.
No,
from
it's different. It's different.
No, but
It's
the thing.
different.
Listen, the thing is, but you can cleanse yourself.
No, I agree. I'm just
Right?
saying
But I agree with
biologically
you.
we are receivers.
Listen, I agree. I would just say, but like I said, for me, because I deal with reality. Listen, if I don't care about the body count. Me. First of all, I'm not even asking you about it.
100 people. 100.
Because I'm not going to sit there and allow you to lie to me, right? Because you're going to.
So every woman that you
I'm
with,
not-
every
listen.
woman you get when you ask them what their body count is.
I'm not gonna lie. If somebody said
You ask body
no,
counts?
I'm saying I'm not gonna lie. If somebody texts me, yo, you mess with old girl, that little, you mess with old girl. Now I have to ask because it's like when somebody says you mess with old girl, that means everybody.
I'm not,
got
yo,
it.
listen, I don't agree with men running around asking
No,
women
but you
body
asked me
count.
to my question. Did y'all ask when you get with a woman? Do you ask her?
I
I don't really ask.
but
I
see,
don't- not time- I don't
never
really
ask.
ask.
To me, I don't ask.
Because it don't matter.
I said max when I was 20.
Listen,
So what if
unless we get married.
Nah,
unless we
even
get,
that,
listen,
it's
unless we
probably
get, no,
everything.
honestly, and even then, I listen. You know what I just need you to do? I need you to, especially if you know how popular I am. You gotta tell me who you got. Like, if you see,
Oh, if you mess with somebody that I know
Listen,
or that we're
I'm
running in circles
gonna
with.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you
I'm in
something.
many
That's fair.
different
That's
circles.
fair.
Listen,
I'm in many different
a
circles.
woman told me one time. She said, "Listen." She said, "I could understand how you feel about how many people a woman could have been with, but she said, honestly, she said we prefer if a man had more experiences than we did, because when they come to us, right? We need y'all to be experienced and help us develop ourselves, because sometimes we don't know what we like or what we want, right? So we prefer for guys to be more experienced and then to help us discover ourselves. Now, I understand. I understand that aspect. But there's a lot of guys who just keep doing and not learning from their past. They just keep doing the same thing. So when you get to this woman,
You call them bums.
Well, that's the thing. You keep stroking, thinking that okay, you did something, but you're not learning from your experience. So when you do get to this person that might be the one for you, you're not really coming with anything. So
Right.
therefore, she lets you go. Right? That's what they said. So, as far as body counts come from a woman, from a man to a woman is different. So, a man's body count should not be the same as a woman's body count.
Definitely should.
Agreed.
Okay? At the same time, it's
But in
kind of like
reality-
if I got you in my arms and I'm going to a barbecue, I don't need to know that Joe, Brian, David, whatever, had you already.
It's embarrassing too.
Okay, but I don't want to feel like you was with so and so.
Nah,
Nah, but
listen,
no, wait, hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
But
I was about to
at
say,
the same time, it's
you
kind of
might
like
find that attractive.
a woman, the same woman also said that, as weird as it sounds, if I walk into a party, right, and I know that my man has smashed that chick, and depending on who they are and how they are,
And they look, yeah, that's why when they see my list, They be some hair like I'm with the right guy.
Like once they see what your hit list,
the quality of women that you're dealing with,
like yo,
now they feel
I know I got something that people want.
Like quality women want that I respect.
Because women like
just imagine like for
that's
instance,
interesting.
listen, but imagine like if you went to a woman and be like, yeah, I'm Beyonce ex. Like Beyonce is my ex.
They flock.
First of all,
are you talking about broke Beyonce, or are you talking about
I don't know if that's true.
We talking about you ready?
Nah,
listen. The quality. What? That's
what you don't know. What,
first of all, you want to know what did BC in this?
I don't know if that's true.
Hey, yo, listen.
I don't
you ain't
determine.
Get there yet. You ain't get there yet.
Is that why? Is that why?
You ain't get there yet.
Okay, yeah, I did.
No, but understand this
I agree with that.
though. If you walk in,
if you seen a man, if you talking to a guy right now, right, and you see that he was messing with something crazy, you won't feel crazy? Like, how the hell did this thing get in?
I know my worth.
Okay, so what if no. Here's the question. What if you walk in somewhere and nobody's interested in you, man?
Okay.
So you're okay with that?
That's a grown
I'm
woman.
okay with it. I'm okay with that.
No, that's different.
But
You went down a different avenue.
Maybe I did.
I was about to say, listen.
My fault.
Listen, let me just say this to you.
Because I know what it's like to have a man that everybody wants.
Listen,
and that ain't always good either.
Listen, both.
That's not always good.
And that's cool.
Why?
I'm
Do
saying
you feel
is
insecure?
But listen.
Nah, he
no.
Listen, when I'm saying it, listen, when I'm saying it, definitely. Yo, listen, because listen.
I'm saying like,
listen.
No, but I ain't gonna lie.
But listen, even if first of all, no, there's.
I want to nerd.
Listen. What? And he gonna become real. Everybody gonna want him because when they see you, that's the point.
Like, ooh,
so this is the point.
Why does that even matter?
Listen, it makes the point. What I'm saying is this.
Are you with somebody because you want people to look at them?
No, what I'm saying. Well, first of all, what I'm saying is, if you talking to someone and you know that this man has been, you talking about that wouldn't matter. If you know that the nigga that you like is effing a crackhead on the side, you're gonna be mad. Don't sit here and act like you like, oh, this.
That's why.
You know how many friends I have. You know how many friends I have that have been cheated on, and then when they see the girl that they got cheated on with, they're like, ew.
This is my.
That's what I'm about to say. So
this
when
is
a man when a man cheats, and like the girls get together, like, yo, this nigga fucking cheated on me. Like, yo, first they question they ask, what that bitch look like?
When you see why,
and when the girl comes on,
first of all, I never cheated when I was married. I just want to make that perfectly clear. I never cheated when I was married. But prior to then, before I took the relationship serious in the whole 9 yards, right? If you see what I had, it was it's gonna always be. I understand because I did the same thing. I'm dead serious. I'm keeping all the way 100 with you. You can't be dealing with it's about quality. It's not about the quantity.
Let's be clear. You keep it in 2 more than 98.
But the keep it away buck always was told that women love men like men love sneakers. If it's popular or if it's somebody that everybody wants, they're gonna flock to it.
I think it's an immature woman. That's not a woman.
I mean,
I'm just saying for myself, like what I thought.
I think to a degree that is true. I think that is
what I thought was the thing back when I was maybe 20, 21. Ooh, damn. She want him. I'm going to get him. That's a challenge for me. I'm going to get him. And I know I'm going to get him.
But y'all just do that a little differently when y'all get older. Y'all still, it doesn't change. Listen. Let her talk.
I think for me, at my age, now I'm 30, I feel like different things matter to me. It's not always about looks or how they command the room, or certain things are attractive to me now than they were back then. So back then, it could have been somebody that it was on a football team or somebody that was a rapper or whatever. But now
you're looking for a different quality.
A different quality of a man.
So you're looking for an older man now.
I'm looking for a 401k and I'm looking for a portfolio and I'm looking for
stability.
Yeah,
Steve, we're looking for stability because you're older now. You got kids.
But the root of it is still the same. Because if the nigga got because if I was about to say it still didn't change. Listen, it still didn't change because you wanted that football player not because he was just popular, but it's also at that young age.
At that young age,
he was looking at potential. Now that you're older, you're not looking at potential. The nigga might already have it.
But I was always,
and most
when I was in college, I was attracted to the guy that was getting all the attention because it was a challenge for me. Everybody wanted it, but I'm gonna be the one to get him.
Is it because he wasn't looking at you, or you just wanted to find out if you could get him just because?
A little bit of both.
But the thing about it is,
it's a challenge.
But
like,
it's still the same thing.
Put it this way. Like, as I said, I got attention at a young age, so I was used to getting attention. I didn't like men who gave me attention. I didn't like men who was giving me attention.
But you also didn't like not getting attention.
I didn't like. True, that's true.
Okay.
But I would always flock to the man that wasn't giving me attention because I'm like, oh, I can get these niggas. It's cool. They always gonna be on me anyway.
It was too easy.
It's too easy. But the one that ain't paying me no attention that everybody like, oh, I'm going after him.
That's the thing with us two guys. We don't like when the fucking thing is too easy for us to get.
Blitz on me. Let me know you like me.
No. I hear you.
Hey, yo, listen.
I hear you.
Listen. When I was younger, it was like the cool with it. No, let me know you like me. All that playing these games and all. Listen, I'm not listening. And we can still play. Listen,
maybe it's me because I like a good game of chess.
Listen, me too. It is. I'm gonna play chess with you after I know you want to play chess with me. Like you gotta let me know.
First,
you gotta like. So at the end of the day, all this trying to figure out in the whole 9 yards. I'm listen, and I chase you around for months, having an affair, act like an adult for once. Yo, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, no, I need you to let me know that you like me, and at the end of the day, like, I like to see my DMs lit. My DMs is lit. Alright, period. My DMs is lit. You know why?
I'm a little fashion. I want to be courted. I want to be sought after. I want you to be like.
Listen, that's
okay.
Listen, and I'm gonna do it. Listen, and I would do all of that. See, listen, I'm not saying that I don't want to court. That's not what I'm saying. I need to know that you like me though. I need to.
But why do women gotta make the first like?
I didn't say make the first.
I'm not courting you for you.
I didn't say for the first move.
What did you say?
I'm not courting you.
I'm not courting you for you to get free food. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm immediately. This what we doing? McDonald's $1 menu.
But you gotta feed them for them to make the right decision.
He just talking. He's just talking right now.
I'm saying like you got. Oh, you interested in me? I'm taking you to Hoboken. But now, like,
that's the move, yeah.
You can tell you my little brother. You can tell you my little business. Tell me you my brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey,
I'm saying that if I feel like you just coming out, I'm gonna take you to Burger King. You gonna get $1 menu, the whole 9 yards. You're not.
But that's the thing though. You're dealing with Burger King chicks.
I'm about to say.
I don't care who
the level's gonna be the same.
Bro, you're not taking the prosecutor to Burger King.
I took lawyers to Burger King. That's a fact.
Yeah, you know why I ain't gonna mad because I had the baddest of the baddest.
That's a fact.
I'm not gonna hold.
But you know what?
I had the baddest of the baddest. They love her food. Listen, good girls love her.
That doesn't matter to me. I don't care. That doesn't mean anything if you take me to McDonald's. I don't care. I love a good time. So if we having a good time, we macking it at McDonald's, laughing. That's fun to me. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that.
Because you could be corny and take the girl to a nice restaurant. And you corny and she like, good for the food. And the hood nigga that you take the chicken shack the whole 9 yards.
He knocking it out the park. That's what I'm saying, yo. Listen,
I took lawyers.
I feel you. No, you notice I stopped. I said, you know what? I done had the baddest of the baddest eating chicken shack too. Listen, and I understand.
You be mad as hell, like damn.
Because a good time is a good time. You know what I know? Listen, honestly, what I used to do is if she was from the hood, I would take her to the 5-star restaurants. If she was
5-star restaurant,
I took her to the hood. But I always did the opposite. You feel me? Like I brought her around my hood, my whole hood. We going through. She like, you really from me? She don't even realize that because she hearing me talking. She don't really. Yeah, I'm from around here. Like you feel me? And then if she from the hood, obviously I'm like, listen, I grew up. I know the other side.
That makes sense.
So whatever the opposite was. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so that's what I used to do. But you know,
damn, I wish I was around.
You don't do that no more.
Nah, I don't do that no more. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm divorced now, but I was married and all.
Play ball.
He date doctors and
yeah,
lawyers,
right.
like in a different league. Like he not even.
So are we in agreement? Are we in agreement to how we do things as far as?
Nah, but again, I need you to let me know. Don't have me guessing. My Uncle TD used to always say, Rod, tell her if she wants you to guess, tell her you're gonna guess wrong. Ain't got their time, so you better let me know. Listen, closed mouth don't get fed.
So, it seemed like we went far past the question.
Nice conversation, though.
Good conversation, of course. Right. All the time. We keep it to MT98 over here.
Yeah, that's
all right. So, at the end of the day, does body count?
Yeah. Not really.
Matter or
for a guy, does it matter? Nah, it doesn't matter.
I never thought about it, honestly.
Okay, so that means for a guy it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fly ride.
In this world, body counts doesn't matter.
I mean, as long as you being safe. As long as you being safe.
Listen, I'm gonna be
for
perfectly
real,
honest with you.
Okay, no.
Body count. As long as you listen, as long as you know what I mean. As long as that thing ain't crazy, like you know what I mean.
But
like,
you said you're not asking, so how would you know?
No, I'm talking about when you.
You're not
No,
just
you
asking.
know.
Oh, you ain't loose.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah,
Is that
I'm,
what you're
I'm
trying to say
talking
in a nice
about.
way?
Listen.
Oh, what you saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to say it in a nice way. As long as that thing don't look beat up, you feel me? As long as that thing don't look beat up, you go.
Man, they
with
got
it,
vinegar
girl.
for that shit, man. Like, you'll never know.
Nah, man, that vinegar start. Yo, listen, nah.
What?
Listen, that's
They
gonna
got
go.
apple
You
cider
gonna know
shit,
because the
dude.
pH balance is all off. Everything ain't right.
And hated they got T-bone. So
Damn, you just said something that just made me think about something else. I was like, wow, pH balance. No, but I'm saying that
Yeah, you don't about it. Right?
nah,
yeah, good peace. Who?
nah. He said you
A pH balance?
you
Her pH
think
balance
you
off.
mess with everything, your pH balance off. I was thinking about somebody else. I was
which
like,
is
damn,
true,
like
which is absolutely
you telling me her
I
pH
mean, I
balance
be
off. I was like,
I be-
wow.
Oh shit! Then he like.
I was like,
I gotta
whoa,
reevaluate this
gotta
situation.
reevaluate. I was like, damn, but she cute as hell though. But I'm saying,
She
nah,
cute, but
it doesn't
Your body
matter.
count.
Like I said, it doesn't matter what your body count is, as long as if I take you to a cookout, nobody's telling me, yo, you mess with old girl, that's crazy. Like if I get that you mess with old girl, that's crazy. Your body counts matters.
okay. So
So
okay,
it
wait.
does
So
matter.
if
So
you at a cookout and your friends is like, okay, let's go back.
She
You kicking
smashed the homie.
You kicking it with this girl that you really, really like. It's been 6 months. You really like her. Like everything is a go.
I don't really like
Damn near in love.
Damn near in love, and you take it to the
I don't really
cookout.
damn near in love in 6 months.
Whatever the time frame is.
Mhm.
You take it to the cookout.
Mhm.
You showing her off to the family, and you like,
mommy
oh,
hair, yeah.
yeah, and then you find out she might have messed with 2 or 3 homies, and you ask her, and she like, yeah, but it was a long time ago. Like,
I can't do it. I really
Nah?
can't. I really can't.
after
do
you
it.
already discovered that you
I'm tongue kiss you the whole 9 yards.
6 months
Like
in.
I'm like, hey, it's my boo boo. My homies around. I know they.
6 months in.
If they know what the pussy feels like, I don't want it. If my homies know what the pussy
No,
feels
I'll
like,
still rock with you.
But
We
that's-
just never gonna get married.
No,
What I'm
but
saying is this.
listen.
I'm gonna still listen.
I'ma still. You can be
I've been,
friends.
listen,
You
I've
can
been
be
in this
friends, but I'm not
situation.
marrying you. Like,
My man, my God, actually, it's really my uncle's best friend, right? Really, my uncle's best friend.
That's not
He used to
Where's
talk
this
to
going?
but like I've been around, like we too
Yeah,
close,
word.
right? And he called me his little cousin, right? He was talking to this woman. Was one of my crushes in my life. I ain't gonna hold you. She's got the whip, beautiful brown skin, yoga. She's on my type of time, my temperature. I swear to God on anything I love.
I like that.
Mom.
My temperature.
Listen, she right.
I'm a rock.
I would marry. I would have if she didn't deal with him. I would have married her. I wouldn't even got married to my children's mother.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
That would be
listen,
instant.
let me tell you
coffee
something.
right
We are so connected.
coffee.
Listen. I only had that
Listen,
type of connection with
there. Once or twice.
No, 3 times in my life with females,
And
right?
I believe that.
Right? Only 3 times in my life
so
with
you fall in love
females.
3 times in your
Ooh,
life.
Right?
That's a good.
Listen, let me say this. She is. When I had lost my female best friend, right? She filled the void. Listen. Let me say
Damn.
this. Listen, let me say this. Let me say this, right?
I didn't even know what was said.
Listen, yeah, but let me say this.
The person that was supposed to hear it heard it.
Listen, right? The person that's supposed to hear it heard it. Listen, let me say this. Yo, when I tell you she was on my type of temperature, if she wasn't like, even my uncle best friends be like, yo, you moms were like, that was mad long ago. Like I had her when I was a
Hell nah. If a nigga say that, I'm definitely not doing
He'd be like,
it.
no, he used to tell her.
Hey, how old your uncle?
Listen, they 7 years older than me. So listen, let me say
Oh,
this.
so
Listen.
all right.
They 7 years older than me, but she my age, right? Or a year older than me. So listen, let me say this to you. So she says, he used to tell her, because she told me like plenty of times, like, yo, you will go good with Fly Rod. Like, that is like the person
After he done smash.
Well, they was been done. Like, this after. They was been
Nah.
done.
They ran through her. It's
No, but listen,
Crucial
but this is my
everything,
point.
like,
Like,
it
I
is-
can never wife and check the know me said, but that is my dog. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. If she called me up, be like, Rod, I need help. I'm coming. Like that's my dog. I can never marry her.
No, y'all
Be
became friends.
Friends.
No, that's different. I understand that.
And I'm not gonna.
It didn't work out
like I never hit. I listen.
I get it. It didn't work out as lovers, but as friends,
that's my
that's
homie.
your dog.
No, that's
I get
my
that.
homie. I would definitely.
A lot
say
of us
that's
have
my
those
homie.
people, but we'll leave that for another
time. Yeah.
So body count does not
But
matter.
So body count does not matter.
What about
Body
you?
count doesn't matter.
What about you?
What about
You ain't
body count
answer.
matter?
Yeah, you ain't sure.
Body count matters in cookouts. Outside the cookouts, the body counts matter. Strangers, it doesn't matter.
My thing is
Context. Like, it's all about
So wait, pause. Wait, it has to be. So if the woman mess with guys that you know or guys that you fuck with, like your dudes.
no. What he's saying is basically this: if he's messing
If I go
with
to
a
a
girl,
party-
hold on. If he's messing with a girl that the homie smash, right?
Homie is like a good friend, right?
Homie or somebody
acquaintance.
he knows or
Okay.
associates
Like,
with, right?
Associates.
I don't care about associates.
Like
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it doesn't matter. That's my question.
associates is still kind of close though, because you see
Associates
him every
too
now
close.
and then.
Associates-
You
As long
I
as they
agree
none of
with
y'all
him.
listen, as long as they
Associates
none,
too
y'all or anybody in your family, Cam, Jared, anyone in my family, I don't care. Just, listen, I know too many people for me to be to sit.
I gotta move.
You gotta move.
I'm moving.
Okay.
I'm moving. If I feel that strong about
This
you,
person, you gotta
then
you gotta distance yourself.
I gotta move.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
gotta move.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it doesn't matter.
If I
That's what
come
I'm
to that
saying.
point, if I come to that point where me and you have such a connection, I don't care about your 25 plus body count. I'm moving.
And that's what I was asking you. Like,
To
what
Dallas?
Is it family you're talking about, or your friends? Like, so if you really care about
I
this
should
girl
put
that
you
you've been
with
with 6
someone
months and you
who
really kind
find
of want
you.
to develop a relationship with her, would you be like, forget y'all, we going
Texas,
over
Dallas,
here?
Texas, you know, different environment.
Huh?
Family and friends.
Family and friends, not acquaintances.
Depends what the acquaintances are.
Okay.
I would definitely say depending on the. Let me tell you something. A lot of people want
Acquaintances mean that people
Listen,
that you see
listen,
often deal
that's
with.
right. One,
like,
I said, like,
no,
me-
fuck that. You gotta move.
Listen, let me say
Like,
this to you. I know people.
I don't wanna deal with the
listen,
shit.
In my youthful days, I know a lot of people, baby mamas, girls, the whole nine.
It sounds like
yards.
your body count is pretty
So,
high.
like, listen, right? Let me just say this to you. Right? People want to get me back. Like, my baby mama free right now. They seeing the whole 9 yards. They blitzing. But listen, I don't
That's what he
listen.
said.
Right? No, it's the truth. Like, but I don't. You can't think that way. Because like, listen.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It comes with the territory. It happens to
It is what it
all.
is.
Like, it literally happens to us all. So at the end of the day, it's like.
But you don't really care though, like at this point, because you're not about the wife.
No, it's not. No, first of all, I care about the principle. Like, damn, these niggas finally gonna get me back. But
are they getting you back?
listen, now
Because-
really, no. I'm saying like, let me say
He's
this.
not getting you back if you don't
Like,
care.
you know what it is. Like, you know what it is. You know what it is.
You're
No,
like, damn, thank you.
Listen,
Like, you-
listen.
2MC
I'm
98.
Thank you.
really, reality is like that. You can have my headache. No offense, I'm not. No,
You
no.
can have my
Listen,
headache.
no disrespect to you, but we joke like that.
Y'all
Me and her,
can't.
me and her joke like that.
Okay,
My
that's
baby
cool,
mother,
that's
she's cool.
cool,
My
that's
baby
cool.
mother cool like that. So you can have that. Shout out to Frank. You know what
I know,
I mean?
we love
At the-
you, girl.
you know,
Hey,
you feel
Frankie.
me?
I'm
So-
really light skinned.
We love you.
So at the
Damn.
end,
I know, he said that's the second time he said
You know
that.
what? You know what? That's another that's another
Right.
conversation. That's
Yeah,
complex conversation.
Right.
Complex. I
You
hate
know what I mean?
myself.
Pablo.
Whoa.
I'm just joking.
On that note, listen. Thank you for joining in.
Thank
Yo,
you.
listen, thank you for joining in.
Two MC98.
Two more than 98. And again, my name is Fly Rod.
I'm your host Ajax.
And our
We
guest
got.
is- And
Swazi TV.
Tell them your IG.
Yeah, IG.
Millie J 25.
Millie J 25.
That's too long to look up.
Dang, Pablo.
Wow.
Swazi TV. That's my.
That's
IG.
long too.
It's-
Peace.
Peace. We gonna holla at y'all. Now, that was good. That was a good conversation.